And we're live. Hey, everybody. Come on in to the broadcast. It's Tax Talk Tuesday. And I got some updates for y'all. Hey. We're going to get started here in just a second. Hey, everybody. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast so everybody can see what we're going to be talking about tonight. If you are a business, you're a side hustler, and you accept Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal for your business payments, boy, have I got some news for you. So if you want to hear that and some additional updates for planning for your taxes, stay tuned, okay? Share the broadcast, everybody. Share the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and stop this and get Instagram in. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tax Talk Tuesday. Say hello when you come into the broadcast so I know that my comments are coming through, and I'm going to check on a different device to make sure it is coming through. And we'll get started. I'm going to bring Instagram in. Okay, I do see the broadcast. Let me share to a couple of pages. Share to a group as well. And we'll get started. How's everything going? Well, hello, Apostle Chambers. He says, Pastor says, good God's evening. Well, good God's evening to you too, Pastor. Thanks for sliding in for Tax Talk Tuesday. I'm going to get started here in just a second. Let me share this to another group. And we'll get started so we can get as many eyes on the broadcast. You guys share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and launch Instagram and get them in the building. All right. IG. Okay. Let's see. Where is it at? Live. Okay. We're going to get them in there. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Tuesday evening? Let me know how you're doing. And checking connections. And we're live on IG. Hey, IG, what's going on? Hey, everybody. Welcome. My name is Martine Corte. We're going to get this party started. It is Tax Talk Tuesday. I appreciate y'all coming in and getting this good information. Make sure you share the broadcast so that everybody can see this information. I am a 20-year tax professional. My brand, my tax firm is Advanced. Let me see if I can do it. Advanced Tax. Advanced Tax. Oh, it's over here. Solutions. Helping the community, small business owners and individuals and families file their taxes appropriately and on time. Hey, Instagram. I'm also a business owner out here in these streets. I have several different other businesses. I work with small business owners as well. I'm a business coach. I work with small business owners, side hustlers. I work with network marketers. I work with authors and artists, nonprofit leaders to help them make more money in their business by using a strategy called live streaming, what we're doing right here, right now, to reach all of their potential customers. Come on into the broadcast, you guys. We're going to be talking about if you receive payments as a business owner, if you receive payments using Cashapp, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, Apple Pay, eBay, Google, all of those. If you use those third-party platforms, you need to know what's happening with that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get things out the way, get all of our housekeeping, get all of our other things out the way, and then we'll jump into this. I won't be before you long. Say hello when you come into the broadcast so I can greet you properly here. It is Tax Talk Tuesday. All right. So IRS is saying that they are going to be accepting tax returns on January 24th. So, what does that mean for you? If you have all of your documents, your W-2s, all of your income producing documents, 1099s, all that ready. If you're a small business owner, if you got your profit and loss schedule ready to go, then you could be the first in line to file your taxes and get your refunds back quickly. Okay. So, get ready now, because when those doors open, they're going to flood. So what we can do here at Advanced Tax Solutions is that we can go ahead and prepare your taxes and file them. And so it'll be waiting for January 24th. It'll be waiting for January 24th doors to open, IRS doors to open, and you'll be one of the first in line to file your taxes. Well, hello, Facebook user. I don't know who that is. It just says Facebook users. Hello, Queen. Well, hello. Let me know who you are, Facebook user, because we're all Facebook users if we're on Facebook, right? But welcome. All right. So that is the date as of right now. I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open to see if that changes, because as we've seen in the past, you may have noticed in the past that date has been pushed back, weeks later, and it keeps going until IRS says, okay, this is the date. Things can happen. IRS is still putting things together. They're still updating the tax laws. And so sometimes that date gets pushed back of when they're going to open their doors to receive tax returns. Oh, okay. So it's you, Ariwa Cosmetic. Okay, well, Facebook, you said Facebook is joking with you. I don't know why they're doing that. This is the first time I've ever seen that happen. But welcome to Tax Talk Tuesday, Ariwa Cosmetic. Okay, so let me know if y'all have any questions about what type of documents y'all need to prepare to get ready. January 24th is the date as of right now when IRS doors is going to open. So if you are ready, if you have all your documents, and I mean all of them, don't be rushing trying to file your taxes, and you have a W-2 floating around somewhere out there. Oh, I forgot. And then now you need to amend your return. And we charge for amended returns. So take your time, slow down, make sure, think back to the beginning of last year, of all the jobs that you ever worked in that year, right? Any contracting jobs that you did, Uber, gigs, gig economies, 1099s, all of those. Just take the time to think about what all you did and make sure you have everything. Don't be just rushing, because it's going to cost you in the end. It's going to cost you in the end. All right. So that is the date that I have so far. And I will, like I said, I'll be looking to see if that changes. It has happened in the past where that date changes, and we're waiting. And then now we're into February and we're still waiting for IRS to open up its doors. We have all these tax returns, that they're sitting and waiting to be, accepted by our IRS. So we can go ahead and prepare the returns if you're ready. And I mean ready. You can go ahead and submit all your information. We can prepare your taxes and e-file it, and it will just sit at IRS door. Okay. So thank you for sharing. You guys share the broadcast, tag people, tag small business owners, because what we're going to talk about tonight is for y'all. It's for the side hustlers. And I'm just going to say it's not good. It's not good. But anyway, let me get into one other piece of housekeeping. grants. Someone asked me last week about grants. I did find a grant that you guys can look for small business owners. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for tagging, Sarah. Appreciate you. Um, if you live in Nebraska, it's nebraska.grantwatch.com. Nebraska.grantwatch.com. And if you don't live in the state of Nebraska, that's where I am. So that's why I'm just using Nebraska. Put your state in front of there, like Missouri.grantwatch.com or Texas.grantwatch.com. These are grants for small business owners. So if you are a small business owner and you're looking for funding for your business, you're struggling, or you want to expand and you need money, and money's hard to come by for small business owners. As we know, we've been looking everywhere for access to capital, access to money to start and grow our businesses. Look there, and I'll accumulate more as we go along through this tax season. I'll try to find one each week that I come out. And give you guys the 411 on that. Make sure you share the broadcast. Thank you guys for coming in for Tax Talk Tuesday. All right, one more piece of housekeeping, and we're going to get into what I really want to talk about tonight for you side hustlers out there using those third-party platforms to take payment for your business. And I've been telling y'all, don't do that. But I'm going to tell y'all why. The game has changed. The game has changed. All right. Last week I talked about the business expense tracker form that is courtesy from us, Advanced Tax, to small business owners to help you track your expenses and put them in categories, the appropriate categories. So then when you sit with your tax preparer, it'll be smooth and easy breezy. It will just flow with it, because the way these tax programs are, it asks for particular expenses in a particular order. So I have that available if anyone wants it. I sent several out last week. It is free of charge from Advanced Tax. All you have to do is message me in Facebook Messenger or on IG, your email, and just ask for the business expense tracker form. It really helps your tax planning and your time with your tax preparer go smoothly. It's a game changer. And I've coached a lot of small business owners in preparing their taxes this way, because the tax appointments are way too long if you're not organized. Nobody's about to sit with you for 3 or 4 hours trying to get your taxes, all your expenses and your record keeping and all that. That's not the time to do that. You need to do that ahead of time. So I've come up with all my experience in working with small business owners as it relates to taxes. I've come up with this business expense tracker form that makes my life and yours too a lot better. So let me know if you want that. All right, so let's get into this. Two more things. And I've put this in my stories as well. So some of you that follow me in Facebook stories and Instagram stories, you may have seen this bit of information. But if you have received the Advanced Child Tax Credit payments, if you received those over the year last year from July to December, you received payments because you qualified in the past for the Advanced Child Tax Credit. Those payments were issued out every month from July of last year to December. Okay, IRS is wanting to know, they're going to ask you when you sit with your tax preparer, they want to know how much did you receive. So you need to find this form, and I pray to God you have it. I pray to God that you kept this information. It's record keeping and keeping letters and things like that that's tax related. You guys got to do a really good job of keeping this information. You need to be a little savvy when it comes to this, because you never know when you might need these informations on these documents. So the first letter is the IRS letter 6419. 6419, that is going to have your Advanced Child Tax Credit payments, the total on that document, because IRS wants to know if you didn't receive all of what you should have, they're going to kick in a credit for you, the child tax credit. Okay, so they're going to reimburse you when you sit with your tax preparer. that's going to be a part of your refund. So IRS wants to know, hey, did you receive all payments from July to December? And you're going to say, well, I have my form here. It says I received such and such amount. The tax preparer is going to put in that amount. This is very important, everyone, because if you screw up on this and put the wrong amount, it's going to, and I guarantee you, it's going to delay your tax refund. It's going to delay the whole process because now they got to go back and check to see if you really received this. If you try to say, no, I received 3, but I didn't receive all of them. I may have received July, but then it stopped and then it started. Record keeping is huge. So make sure you find that form, IRS letter 6419. If you were one of the families that received advanced child tax credit payments over the summer and throughout the rest of the year. Okay, so let's see. And when you do your taxes, you're going to get credit for the other 6 months because they started in July. So you're going to get credit for January up until June. Okay, so you'll get credit, child tax credit for 6 months, but you would have already received the other 6 months, if that makes sense. But IRS wants to know if you didn't receive all of those 6 months from July to December or a part of them, they want to know so they can reimburse you through the child tax credit. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you for tagging people. Everybody tag someone, share the broadcast. This is very important. And I'm telling you, if you don't have this information, you're going to be waiting a long time for your tax refund. And there's people still waiting because, last year, 2021 was crazy. And people are still waiting for their tax returns, refunds for tax year 2020. Okay. Thank you. Nikki says yes. Makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. Ariwa Cosmetics says yes. Makes sense. All right. Good. All right. Let me know if y'all have any questions at any time. Okay. The second letter that you need to receive, make sure you guys write this down if this pertains to you. IRS letter 6475, the EIP, Economic Impact Payment. Hi, Tiffany. She says, great information. Thank you, Queen. All right. And also this same information is on notice 1444-C. This is regarding your third stimulus. So this letter, IRS letter 6475, write this down. Also, you will receive the notice. You should have received the notice 1444-C. It's going to have the same information, just 2 different forms. I don't know why. But this is going to report your third stimulus, unless you can remember it. And I get this all the time. Did you receive the first and second stimulus? Yes. Do you remember how much? I don't know. And then we have to think back. So this letter, that's why it's important to keep your documents. Any IRS related documents, taxes, just file it away. Be good bookkeepers, especially business owners. Y'all should already be good bookkeepers, but be good bookkeepers in general and keep this form. So find this form. And if you don't have this form, because we're going to ask you, how much was your third stimulus? Did you receive it? And how much was it? And we need to put that amount in, because again, if you truly did not receive the third stimulus, guess what? You can get that refund increased. They're going to give you a credit. Okay. Economic impact payment. You're going to get a credit for that. At that point, once you get credit for the third stimulus, it's called the recovery rebate credit. Okay. So make sure you're reporting properly so that your refunds, your taxes is not delayed. The process is not delayed. It's going to be very, very important. All right. Any questions on that before we move on? Any questions? So those 2 letters again, IRS letter 6419, that's the advanced child tax credit payments. We want to know, how much did you receive from July to December last year? And then the second letter, IRS letter 6475, or the notice 1444-C. That's your EIP, Economic Impact Payment, aka third stimulus. Did you receive it? How much was it? We got to get the exact amounts in there or your refund could be delayed. Because now IRS has got to go work and figure out, did you really receive it? They're saying, no, this amount's not matching. IRS got a whole team of people working for them. So they're gonna investigate. Trust and believe. They're going to investigate. Nikki says, okay. All right, good. All right, we're going to move on to what I want to talk about tonight. And this is really, 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 really going to change the way we move out here in these business streets, side hustle streets. All right. So let me just take a pause real quick for those that are just tuning in, coming into my broadcast. Maybe it's your first time. My name is Martine Corte. I am a 20-year tax professional. My tax firm is called Advanced Tax Solutions, located here in Omaha, Nebraska. We do all 50 states. If you are out of Nebraska in a different state, we can still do your taxes here. But we also do LLC and EIN registrations. We help small business owners as well. We specialize in that area. I love doing small business tax returns. So if you're an LLC, sole proprietor, LLC, I can help you with that. Filing your taxes, getting your expenses and your income squared away, help you. We even help reconstruct Schedule C. So if you didn't do a good job in record keeping and tracking and things like that, we can help you pull things together and reconstruct your Schedule C, which is called your profit and loss statement, so that you can file your business taxes. So that's what we do out here in these streets. We come out here every Tuesday night. At least I hope it's going to be as often as I can. Talking about tax updates, IRS updates, what IRS is looking for, and just helping you get prepared to file your taxes. And any questions that you might have tax related. So we're out here every Tuesday night. Thank you, Nikki. She's still tagging people. You guys tag your business besties. They gonna want to hear this one because I'm sure everybody's guilty of this. Please tag your besties, your boss besties, and get them in this broadcast ASAP. It's Instagram, go ahead and tag, share this with somebody. Facebook, and we're also streaming on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, share the broadcast. Those of you can follow us on YouTube as well. It's under my name, Martine Corte. Thank you so much for tagging individuals. Last week we had a great conversation. We had about over 100 comments. I was really happy about that. You guys did not play. Y'all was ready. Y'all really want to be ready for this tax season. I know a lot of small business owners follow me. So I know you especially because I work with you guys throughout the whole year through our Facebook Live Side Hustle Night School. So I'm coaching you guys to perfection and trying to get you guys ready, making sure we're tracking. It's all about tracking. When you're a business owner, you have to have good record keeping because at the end of the year, come the beginning of the year, what time is it? It's tax time. So tracking is very important. So I'm going to get into this next topic because it really concerns tracking. So if you are a side hustler, if you are a small business owner, sole proprietor, and you use these third-party apps called Cashapp, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, Apple Pay, eBay, Google, to receive money for your business, maybe you sold a good or product or service or something, and they say, your customer or client says, do you take PayPal or do you take Cash App? And what do y'all say? Yes. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. It's Tell the Truth Tuesday, as we say over on the radio station. This is going to be a game changer if you, and I've always talked about not accepting or doing business through these third-party apps because because I know what you're doing. I'm just going to be frank with y'all. And y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm about to say. You know what you're doing when you use those apps. You're trying to dodge paying taxes. Some of you, I'm not going to say all of you, because maybe some of you are, you're just trying to have flexible options for people to pay for their stuff. But then you make sure you record it over on the other side, maybe on your QuickBooks or something, or whatever you use. I get it. I know. But guess what? IRS then caught up with you. IRS has caught up with the side hustler, the small business owner that doesn't want to report all of their income. Y'all can go fact check me if you want to. Last year, Nikki says, yes, bought to stop though. About to stop though. Okay, yeah, I recommend you do. And I'm going to tell you why. Last year, under the Biden administration, because, Biden is our president, right? Remember that legislation called American Rescue Act that was passed back in March of 21? Remember that? Okay, there's a piece of legislation that talked about small businesses. And Biden's all about making sure the small business owner pays their fair share in taxes. So a piece of that legislation referred to these third-party apps because they know that we're using those apps to receive payment for our business, for the goods that we sell, the services that we render, right? They know that. But their question is, are you legitimately reporting that income on your taxes? So this legislation has been out there, but he passed it back in March to be effective January 1, 2022. That's now. So we're talking about tax year 2022, in which you'll be doing your taxes for that this year, 2022 and 2023. You guys keep up with me. I know these years can get confusing. Okay, but we're in the tax year that they're referring to, and you're still taking these payments for your business through these apps. It's going to catch up with you if you keep on. Okay, so what they're saying is if you receive $600 or more annually, not per item, but annually, a total annually, in revenue from a business source, those third-party apps like Cashapp, Venmo, Zelle will be sending you a 1099-K. Write this down. 1099-K. Well, what is a 1099-K? It's like a regular 1099, I'm sure you probably heard of, that reports payments received through a transaction. Some of you that probably use PayPal, you may have received that 1099-K before, right? And it reports the transactions that come through the credit card system. Well, these other apps, they're going to send you a 1099-K as well. Apple Pay. Some of you use Apple Pay to receive money for your business. This is for your business. Okay, so the game has changed because now you're not going to be avoiding taxes, paying taxes necessarily, because now IRS is on to you. And with this legislation, it makes them go after you if that is the case, if that's what you're doing. If you're not reporting this income in your taxes, they're going to come after you. But now the way they can come after you is through that 1099-K. So these platforms have to send you. This is their way of making sure they're following IRS guidelines. Therefore, you have to follow it as well. And so remember, IRS is going to get a copy of that 1099-K. So if you're wondering, well, how does IRS even know how much I make on Cash App? what, how many transactions is coming through, because Cash App is sending them a copy of your 1099K. So they're going to find out. They know, just like our W-2s. When the employer prepares a W-2, he or she gives you your W-2, your copy. That comes in 4 copies. Each W-2 comes in 4 copies. So you get yours, ours gets theirs, and then it goes somewhere else. The employer keeps their copy, right? So same situation with these 1099Ks. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? How can you avoid paying taxes? And I'm not going to just, teach y'all how to cheat the system, but I'm going to teach you how to legitimately get the right or correct reporting, because you use those apps for personal transactions. Maybe you're at a dinner, it's 4 of y'all, the girls is out, family's out, or whatever, friends, and you split the bill, right? And so maybe you pick up the bill and you tell everybody to pay you back their third or fourth or whatever. So those payments that come through may look like income, but when you are sending someone money, you have the option to report it as family, friends, and family. Okay. Hi, Alice. She says, hello, all. Well, hello to you too. So make sure that if it is you're just paying back friends or family members, that you check that box. Anything else is going to be subject to scrutiny when the IRS is looking at this and saying, are you using this as a business transaction platform? If so, you need to be reporting this income on your taxes. You need to pay your fair share of taxes, because you have a business and you're receiving payments through these transactions. You're receiving payments for your products or for your service. And IRS wants all their money. Y'all know that. IRS is, catching up with the newest, latest, and greatest, technology out here. So it's going to require that we move differently out here in these streets. And we want to move legitimately. It's time for the average side hustler to get to the point where, hey, look, I want this to be a full-fledged business. We got to do things right. You can't be this side hustler for 5 years, still, you're selling your things and you've been out here and you haven't legitimately set up your business. What are we doing? Side hustler period, I would say, is anywhere between a year to 2. And then you can decide if that business is going to work or not. You should know well by then. Okay. So even at garage sales, right? If you're having a garage sale and they say, well, can you take Venmo? You're selling, you're a side hustler, you're trying to just make some money. This is the sad part. You might just be trying to make ends meet. Maybe you got a child that needs tennis shoes. They got on the basketball team and they need tennis shoes. And we know tennis shoes, can run a lot of money, some good ones. And you're going to decide you have a yard sale, garage sale, just so you can make some money to buy these tennis shoes so you don't go broke. So I get that. And sometimes we side hustle, we're here and there, and then maybe we're done until the holidays, and then you bring back your side hustle. That's cool. I get that, and that's how side hustles should operate. But if you are legitimately a business out here and you're allowing your customers, your clients, to pay you through these apps, Google, eBay, PayPal, Venmo, Apple Pay, all of them, Cash App, IRS is saying, I want to see you come tax time, because you're not going to avoid paying taxes. We're not evading the taxes. I don't want none of y'all to wind up having a big tax bill and, God forbid, going to jail because you're trying to avoid paying taxes. Remember, it takes money to make money out here. So you have got to step up to the plate and be the big boss and pay your tax bill and report all your income. And now you ain't even got to have you're not going to have a choice, because you're going to get them 1099Ks. They're going to be coming through. And make sure when y'all ready to do your taxes that you wait for all these documents. As I was saying earlier, don't be in a rush to file your taxes, especially as a small business owner. Usually Small business owners are the last to file taxes because they're trying to make sure they have all their documents. They're pulling their teeth to get to the table to figure out their profit and loss schedule. This is something they don't want to do. I know that. I know this. I've been in the game too long. My last stragglers, tax filers, and small business owner, because I know you regret trying to, trying to put things together and when you should have did it at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, but now you want to sit down and try to do a year's worth of tracking and totaling and categorizing right when it comes tax time. So I get it. So this is a game changer for side hustlers, small business owners that use these third-party platforms to receive transactions from credit cards or whatever payments that you're receiving. This is a game changer. It's going to change the way you start recording. Alice says, true. That's right. Hi, Sean. She says, love. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. Tax Talk Tuesday. It's another boss out here. So I know a lot of small business owners follow me. I want to make sure that you're aware of these things. Remember, this is effective January 1, 2022, what we're talking about. If you receive $600 or more annually from these third parties, transaction credit card payment processors, whatever you want to call it, Cashapp, Zelle, they're going to send you, if you make more than $600, they're going to send you a 1099-K. Make sure you wait for that. Make sure you wait for that. And can you go in and see how much you made for the prior year so that you'll know that you need to wait on that or not? I don't know, because I don't use them. I don't use them like that. So I was just with my hairstylist, and she said that she got a big old sign up in her in her salon, no more Cash App. So she gets it that she is going to have to start moving differently when it comes to tracking her income and no longer using these third-party transactions, right? You can use them if you want to. I suggest that you use something more elevated, something more professional for, and that's been made for small business owners, like a QuickBooks software, financial software program. Learn QuickBooks, small business owners. Learn it. We have some classes in our community to help. And I'm going to try to, I keep saying this, put together some classes as well. In fact, I have a meeting tomorrow with one of the trainers, QuickBook trainers in our city. And I'm going to learn as much as I can because I want to help small business owners and I want to start teaching those courses. So learn it, get on YouTube University, and learn about QuickBooks. There's videos out there. I learn a lot from YouTube, believe it or not, y'all. If I can't figure out something, I go straight to YouTube University because I bet you there's a video. Somebody has done a video teaching that same thing. I don't care what it is. But let's learn how to document properly and leave these third-party apps alone. You can use it for personal if you just sending some money, you just want to support a loved one or whatever. But for business, the game has changed. So it's effective January 1 this year. So that means that starting January 1 this year through the end of the year, if you're using those third-party apps for business and your revenue is $600 or more, those platforms are going to kick out a 1099-K to you so that you can report that income on your taxes when we do our taxes in 2023. Okay, so you don't have to worry about, we're doing tax year 2021, right? That's the season that we're in. And I have to say tax year 2021 so we can keep these years straight, right? So you don't have to worry about tax year 2021 because the law didn't become effective until 22. So that means now, this year that we're in now, if you are still using those platforms, make sure that you wait for those If you know that you've made over $600 for business and you're accepting Zelle payments and PayPal payments and all that, that you wait for those 1099Ks come tax time in 2023. Make sense, everybody? Let me know if that makes sense. One question that came up was, will it increase my taxes? Well, it depends on your total income and the deductions that you are eligible for and other credits that you may qualify for. Remember, those things reduce your tax liability, so it may or may not. We don't know. I can't say, but what I can say is that if you legitimately report your income, if you're using these platforms, Venmo and Google and eBay, Apple Pay, all those, if you're using those platforms and you're reporting your income properly, then you don't have to worry about IRS coming down on you or sending you a letter or whatever. If you're reporting this properly. Now, a lot of people have been receiving money from their business and not reporting it as income because they never had to in the past, even though you knew that you're supposed to. So if you paying your lash girl, because y'all know I like to wear my lashes, you paying your lash girl through Cashapp, and she's not reporting that income, she's going to have to come this year when we do our taxes for this year, for tax year 2022, I should say. Okay, if you maybe you have a lawn business and snow removal, we're in that season now, and you letting your clients and customers pay you using Apple Pay or whatever, and you're not reporting that, if you make over $600 in that year, they're going to kick you out of 1099K. So be aware, people. Be aware. IRS is catching up on all this technology, even with cryptocurrency. They've got questions in the software. Did you receive it? Did you sell your crypto? If you guys are on that crypto bandwagon, I am. I've made some money on crypto, right? Shoot, IRS is coming after you too. They're trying to keep up because people are using these other markets, underground, cryptocurrency, air platforms, I should say, to exchange goods and services. So IRS is trying to keep up with that because they don't want people to evade and avoid paying taxes. All right. Let's see, what else do I have to say? So use a software, like I said, QuickBooks, to track your income, to track your expenses. At the end of the day, it's going to be easier for you when it comes tax time. And remember, if you're a small business owner, you want to make sure you're reporting your income, especially if you're trying to get loans, business loans, if you're trying to get grants. What are they going to ask you for? They're going to ask you for your profit and loss schedule. Some banks may ask you for your cash flow statement. So if you're not reporting all your income, then they can't really truly assess what's really happening with your business. And you want them to know, hey, I made $100,000 this year. I want to apply for a loan, $50,000. I'm trying to expand, whatever. But they need to see the income. They need to see the money. So sometimes it hurts you when you try to not report your income. It hurts you by way of IRS because you're not paying your taxes. And then if you're truly trying to get a loan, business loan, and you want $25,000 or whatever the case may be, if you're not showing enough income, then it's going to be hard for them to approve you because you don't have enough capital. And of course, they're going to look at your expenses as well. So it's, again, that debt to ratio, ratio, debt to income ratio. They're going to look for that. We do it on the personal side. We're going to do it on the business side as well. So make sure that you guys are using some form of financial software program. There's a lot out here. It's not just QuickBooks. I happen to use QuickBooks and I like it. So that's why I always use it as an example, but you can be as basic as an Excel spreadsheet if you're just getting started. Maybe you have a small business and you may not, need to do as much. But when you grow, you're going to need to elevate to a better product that can help drill down reports like your cash flow statement, like your balance sheet, like your income statement. You're going to need that if a bank is looking at you and trying to assess the health of your business. Are you making money? So again, you need that to do your taxes as well. We need to know your income. We need to know your expenses so that we can identify what your profit was in the business. Okay. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm going to continue to look for things that are coming from um, that legislation. There might be other things that comes up as it relates to taxes, right? As it relates to taxes. So I'm always in that circle. That's my lane. That's this time of year. You guys need to know this, and I want to help you all. Let me know if you need that business expense tracker form that we give out from Advanced Tax to help you track all of your expenses, put them in categories, so that when you sit with your tax preparer, you'll have all those things already laid out. You'll have your totals already ready to go, and it makes your tax time a lot smoother and your appointment quick as possible. Because y'all ain't got all day trying to go out and, run your business. So you got things to do. And tax time, I know people don't want to roll up to the tax office. It's the last thing you want to do. I know it. I know it. So Nikki says, thank you for this info. You are so welcome, Nikki. Alice Lewis says the IRS is asking for self-report bribes, stolen items, etc. They're looking for everything. IRS, they done kicked out all this money, made more money, and now they want it back. They want it back. So they're going to be catching up with a lot of things that some people have been getting away with. I'm not going to say we. Sean, you need that form? Okay, let me write your name down. And just go ahead and message me, Sean, your email, and I'll get that to you, okay? Business expense tracker form. Let's see. We have a question from Devanis Donaldson. I hope I pronounced your name right. I know you follow me. I've seen your name before. Can you file your personal and business taxes separately? If you are a sole proprietor and LLC, it'll be in the 1040 return. It'll be a Schedule C. Your business taxes will be a Schedule C. It's within the 1040. So you can file your 1040, which is your personal income. And within that will be your Schedule C, which we call the profit and loss statement. That'll be within that 1040 tax return. So it's 1, 2, and 1, if that makes sense. If you are a S Corp or C Corp, it is a separate return from your personal. I hope that makes sense. Sean says, okay, thanks. You're welcome, Sean. All right. Devanis, I said it right, Devanis? Yes, you did. Okay, good. You have another question. I work part-time as well. I'm confused. Okay, so if you work for someone else, right, part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter. Seasonal, it doesn't matter. You're going to get a W-2 from them. So if you have a business as well, do you have a business, Devanis? So if you have a business, you're going to keep track of your income. You should be tracking it using some type of software program. I hope so. Or use an Excel spreadsheet. You need to find out how much money you've made. So you got to pull all that together, especially if y'all been using third-party platforms like I've been talking about, Venmo, Cashapp, all of them. That's why I say don't use those, because now you got to go back because you haven't been tracking it. When you receive payment through Cashapp, do you turn around and put it in like a QuickBooks, or do you put it in some type of whatever software program you're using, Excel spreadsheet? I don't know. Because now if you're not, now you got to go back through QuickBooks and not QuickBooks, but through Cash App and figure out which transactions were for business. And I'm pretty sure that Cash App doesn't do the best job in identifying what's what. And so now, I mean, a whole year, I mean, that's just, it doesn't make sense. If you're not um, turning around and recording that somewhere where you can take a look at it at the end of the year when it comes to do your taxes, and you already have your totals ready to go, it's going to be virtually impossible to pick up everything. So that's why I've always been saying, don't use those third-party apps to receive payments. Make your customers, make your clients pay you through a program that's going to record everything. Now, PayPal's pretty good. Make them use if you have a website, make them use your credit processor through your website. Maybe you guys have Stripe or what's another one? I can't even think of the ones that I use. I use Stripe on one of the websites, but there's others that's going to take it from there to the bank, because your bank is your backup. If you're not the best of a bookkeeper, if you're running everything through your business bank account, please let it be a business. Open up a separate account. Do not be using a personal account. Do not commingle transactions like that. Open up a separate business account. Run everything through your business bank account. You say you use Stripe. Okay, so Stripe, your bank should be attached to Stripe, right? Right? So you can go back through your bank transactions, business transactions, especially if it's in a business account. That's why I say open up a separate account. Make sure that you're doing that so that you can go back and track these things, especially if you're not the best of a bookkeeper, and then you can use that to formulate how much you made in business. Alice says, there are several accounting programs, FreshBooks, Xero, Quicken Books. Yes, there's a lot out there. So you have to become familiar with these different accounting software programs. Choose the one that you like. But use them, and it's going to cost you. Are any of those free? Do they have a free version so beginners can at least check it out before they buy it? Because ultimately, you're going to be paying for the software. You're in business. It takes money to make money. I have so many freaking expenses running these businesses, and it's not even funny. But I have to make sure that my income exceeds my expenses at the end of the day, or what am I doing? Right? So it takes money to make money. So you've got to be ready to pay for this stuff. And we need our accounting software. We need it, right? Devonna says, yes, I haven't kept up with I spent. I do have to come. I do have what came in. Okay. All right. So leverage your business bank account. That's your bookkeeper. If you're new to this, Sean says, right. If you're new to this and you don't know what you don't know. So, I give a pass for newbies, business owners that are brand new, but if bare minimum, just open up the business bank account, run everything through your bank account. So if you have a website, you have a credit card processor attached to that website, make your customers use it because it's attached to your bank account. That is your bookkeeper. And then you can go back and add up. And some banks, I know US Bank does, they'll show you a snapshot of your monthly income and expenses. And then they give you like a chart to let you know how you did throughout the month. And so you can go back and look at that. And so use these, they have the tools. These banks are really trying to help business owners, especially with these business bank accounts, look at everything. But ultimately, you're going to have to rely on something that's quicker, that's going to give you the drill downs that you need, the reports that you need, like I mentioned earlier, like your balance sheet or cash flow statement, because banks want to see that, especially when you're trying to get a business loan. Alice says QuickBooks can be very confusing at first. Okay, that is true, because I was like, what? But I caught on quick because I'm not numbers person anyway, so it made sense to me, but not everybody's where I am. I've had a lot of experience in this. So if there's other apps that are easier to use, you guys just try them out. Just try them out, but please get something. Get something. Okay. Any other questions? I don't have anything else to talk about tonight. I'll be back here next Tuesday for Tax Talk Tuesday. I'll be checking out what IRS is talking about through the week and keep y'all updated. Make sure you follow me in stories because I'll send you like little updates through stories, and then we'll talk about it in full come Tuesday. So if you don't have any other questions, Alice says FreshBooks is very small, biz friendly, and inexpensive. Okay, FreshBooks. So you guys check out FreshBooks. I haven't heard of FreshBooks before, but Alice is an accountant, so she's in those streets, those accounting streets. So Alice, you taking any clients? I have somebody call me. They need some bookkeeping services. Let me know so I can refer them. All right. If you guys have any other questions, do you have any other questions? Again, early filing is available here at Advanced Tax Solutions. If you have all your documents and you're ready to go, then come on in, make an appointment. Let's get it done. We are ready. We are rocking and rolling. And remember, it's just going to sit at the doors of IRS until they open up their doors come January 24th. Anise says how nonprofit tax works. So nonprofits, you're called a nonprofit because you're not making any money. Therefore, you're not required to pay taxes. However, there is a form that you can submit that the IRS requires just to know your operational, how much you're spending for operations in your nonprofit. And I don't have that form off the top of my head, but I'll go and look it up when we're done here, and then I'll put it in the comments. Anise, do you have a nonprofit? Does that make sense, Anise? All right, CNI, she says, do you complete out-of-state tax returns? Yes, we do all 50 states. So just let us know. We'll do your federal and we'll do your state. No problem at all. Hi, Siobhan Janelle Bear. She says, how do you know what qualifies as a tax write-off when working from home? Great question. We had on last Tuesday, we talked the whole time about I think it was 8 deductions. I don't know how many I ended up going over, probably 10 deductions that a small business owner can take. And if you're working from home and you're trying to decide if you have any tax deductions or write-offs, remember this has to be your own personal business. Your own personal business. You can't be at home and you work for someone else and you're trying to write off your computer or you bought a new chair or whatever. Remember, this has to be from your own venture, your own small business. Does that make sense, Siobhan? Alice says $9.90. Thank you. I knew she was going to know it. $9.90. So that's the nonprofit IRS report or tax return that nonprofits will file to just let IRS know what you're spending in operations. Remember, it's just informational purposes. That's all it is. You're not required to pay taxes because you are a nonprofit. All right. Okay. Nikki says, hey, sis, glad you hopped on. Oh, you must be talking to somebody. Okay. All right. So 990 is a nonprofit form. You must file a 501c3 or 7. Yes, Alice. Thank you so much for that info. Siobhan, 1099. What was your question about a 1099? That's for income reported for contractors. If you're an Uber driver, then Uber is going to send you a 1099 that reports your income that you made. If you are a business owner and you contract someone, maybe a carpenter, to do some work for you, it's a one-off. They're going to do some work for you. Maybe they're going to build in a whole kitchen or whatever. That's what I need to have done. Then you're just going to 1099 that contractor and report it on your side as an expense, but on their side, it'll be an income for them. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? Go back and look at the previous live stream last Tuesday if you want a recap of um, write-offs that you qualify for, that you may qualify for as a small business owner. We went through a lot of them. Okay, Devanis. She says, everyone doesn't give 1099s. How do you report the income? Is it from you, or is it from you as a business owner you're trying to report? Or what do you mean everyone doesn't give? Can you clarify that just a little bit? You say, I mean, if you are working for someone for a few months. Yes, so they're supposed to give you a 1099, right? And so you're saying that they don't, that maybe some people don't. Well, you can report it as an income, but you have to get them to give you the 1099. Okay, you have to request that from them. Working for another business owner. Okay. So you're working as a contractor and they're going to 1099 you. They have to 1099 you in order for you to report that on your taxes, because there's information on that 1099 that the tax preparer is going to need, like their EIN, that business owner's EIN. And then they may or may not be withholding state taxes, but at least that EIN is definitely something you're going to need in order for you to report that on your taxes as income. Make sense? That's right. Thank you, Alice. Also, Devanis, that company will only issue a 1099 if you made over $600. So maybe that's why, if you're having trouble getting 1099s from individuals, they're not, by law, by IRS law, they're not required to prepare and submit or send out to you a 1099 if it's under $600. They're not required to send that out. Okay, you said yes, that's what you were thinking. Okay, all right, great. Any other questions? You guys are getting really, really smart. I'm so proud of you. I know you guys are going to be ready for this upcoming tax season. Nikki says, you and Alice need to do a show together, Queens. Right. She's the accountant. But Alice, let's do it. Let's do it, girl. Because she comes from the accounting side, which is more in depth of record keeping and making sure that things are expensed correctly and reported correctly so that you can prepare your taxes. And that's where I come in at, right? So she has more in-depth knowledge of the accounting side, which makes us a good team, right? Because in order to get to do your taxes, to get to this point, you've got to have had your bookkeeping squared away. And that requires an accountant. Alice, she says it also depends on corporate status. Thank you so much, says Devanis. You are so welcome. If you have any questions, you can schedule an appointment with me. I will put my calendar link in the comments below so that you can schedule an appointment. Instagram, just hit the link in the bio. It takes you to my link tree and just look for appointments for advanced tax. And you can schedule an appointment that way if you're on Instagram. She's Sevens, the CPA. She is the CPA. That's right. You a CPA, Alice? We need more good CPAs. Devonna says, I sure will be scheduling. Please share the link. Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Any other questions, you guys? Want to get on off of here because I know y'all got to go to work tomorrow. I do too. But again, like I said, follow me on stories. I do a lot of updates there. It's quick for me to just get the information out. I don't post too much in the feed, but Instagram stories, Facebook stories. Also follow me on YouTube, you guys. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. It's under Martine Corte, my name, very easy. In fact, follow me on all social media platforms at Martine Corte. Alice says she is a CMA candidate. Woohoo! Go, girl. Now, what does CMA stand for? Okay, she put it out. You know I was gonna ask you, because if I don't know acronyms, I'm definitely gonna ask. I'm not gonna pretend I know. Certified Management Accountant. Woo, you go, girl. You go, girl. That takes a lot of schooling, but she's got the brains for it, so she's good. She's good. All right. So anyway, if you guys are looking for a bookkeeper, and if Alice is open, I have a couple people I refer out to for bookkeeping services. A lot of people call me for bookkeeping services, and I don't do that. I don't offer that service. I don't have the capacity because I do a lot of other different things. So I do have partners that I can refer out to. So we are a firm, so we also always have someone that can help you in whatever you need. So let me know, and I will get you the help that you need. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Stop using Venmo. Stop using Cash App. Stop using Zelle. Stop using whatever, them third-party platforms for your business. Just run everything through your credit card processor on your websites. PayPal, I would say, was good. I'm still going to use PayPal. They're legit. I mean, as far as I can go back and I can drill down and see stuff like that. But these other ones, just stop, because you're going to have a hard time with IRS if you are commingling all that with your oh, let me pay my girlfriend back. Oh, you're supposed to pay me for dinner, and all that's all commingled with your business transactions. Just completely stop that, and let's get on the right foot, because IRS is coming for you. Get on the right foot and learn how to use these accounting software programs to the best of your advantage for your business. Make sense, everybody? Nikki says, when you are working for corp from home, can you write off anything? When you're working for someone else, you're working at home. A lot of people are working at home. You cannot write off anything. It's not your business. Where are you going to write it off at? Remember what I said last week. The tax code was written for who? For who? The small business owners. Business owners. We can write off just about anything and everything. So no, Nikki, I'm sorry. If you're working for a corporation, you're working for somebody else. You are the employee. You are a W-2er. No. N-O. Start you a business, ladies and gentlemen, and then you can start writing off that brand new chair that you bought because you work at home for your business. You can write off the computer. Alice says, no, ma'am. Nikki says, girl, not me. I am the boss. That's what I'm talking about. Be a big boss out here in these streets. Start your business. Don't run away from IRS. They're coming for you. We want to do things right off the plane trip to Florida. Nikki, was that business related? Didn't you just go out of town? Alice says, not even your phone. Nope, nothing, unless it's your own business. So be a boss, be a big boss. Start your business. Let's get this money that's coming to small business owners. Let's get paid, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get paid. Okay, Nikki says, all business related. Girl, you better write off that airline, write off the hotel, write off the food. What else am I missing? I think that's it. So if you do it right, you can write it off. So you remember, if you're there for 5 days, you got to meet. You got to conduct business every day. You says the Lyft, taxi, Uber, Lyft. Those are all the gig economies jobs. 1099ers. You are a business owner. If you are a 1099er, you driving Uber. I had fun driving Uber. I had to try out all these different jobs and gigs because I'm, the queen of side hustles, and I like my side hustlers, and I want to report, and so I have to report from my own experience, right? So I loved it when I drove Uber, and I made a lot of money. This is a couple years back. I thought I was the only one out here in the streets because I kept getting back-to-back calls. But anyway, yes, if you are a 1099er, you are your own boss. You're a contractor. You are your own boss. Keep track of your expenses. Keep track of your mileage, your vehicle. Let's do the vehicle deduction. I talked about all of this last Tuesday. Y'all can go back and watch the replay. And so speaking of replay, let me go ahead and wrap this up. If those of you that are just joining my broadcast, I am Martine Corte. I am the owner of Advanced Tax Solutions. I am a how many years? 22. It goes back farther than that, but 22, 21, I don't know, year tax professional. And we help small business owners. We specialize in small business tax returns, but we help individuals and families as well. And we're out here every Tuesday night educating the tax filer about how to file taxes and get the most back. We say get the max back. Learn how to write off things that you qualify for. Let's not miss any deductions. We're not leaving any money on the table, ladies and gentlemen. We're not. And there's so many new things. Remember, there's always something new that's coming down the IRS pipe. Go to their website. There's a link that says what's new in 22 or what's new in 20, whatever tax year that they're talking about, right? So they're letting you know things about to change. Check this out. Read this. All this information is at your hands. So you don't have to just rely on me, but use your brains. Go out there, search for the information, right? Do your due diligence to find the information, the correct information, so that you can file your taxes properly. All right. I'm going to get on off of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, if you want that business expense tracker form, courtesy of Advanced Tax, totally free, send me a message, slide into my DM and say, hey, Martine, can I get that? And I will gladly give it to you. Just give me your email and I'll email it to you. All right. We are open 24/7. We have a drop box, so you can even drop off your tax returns, right? And we'll get started. Remember, the doors open on January 24th. IRS is saying, hey, we're going to start accepting tax returns. So if you're ready, come on in now. We can get it prepared and e-filed, and it'll just sit at that door. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you, Alice. Appreciate you. She's my backup. When she can jump on, I appreciate you. If you guys are looking for more help with your business, I'm a business coach. I can help you as well. Send me a DM. You can schedule an appointment with me as well. All right. So that's it for Tax Talk Tuesday. Alice says you're welcome. That's it for Tax Talk Tuesday. Thank you, Instagram, for hanging in there. I appreciate y'all. Go out there. Be safe this week. I appreciate you. Make sure you wait for all your tax returns. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get your money. You're going to get your money. Anyway, y'all go out here and be great bosses out here, and let's write off everything. Remember, you got to have a business. Get a business. Get a business. All right, go read the new infrastructure bill. The first few pages talk about businesses getting money. So get a business. I don't care what it is. You can sell tennis shoes. You can sell hair clips, jewelry, whatever. You have a service. You like to do nails. You like to do lashes. You like to do makeup. Whatever it is, just start the side hustle. Do not use those third-party apps, though. Open you up a business bank account. Let's get it popping. All right. Nikki says, I am waiting until the last minute so I have it right. There you go. All right. She's going to be working her business, and she's going to be getting her documents prepared, and she's going to get it here before April 15th. Is that the deadline for this year? I think it is April 15th. So anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care, everybody. And let's go make that money. File our taxes. Bye-bye.